afternoon. Today we're going to make a nature-inspired collage. My own work as an artist is very much based on using things that are around us. So we're going to do a celebration of the bits and pieces we've got around the house or wherever we live or wherever we're working. So I've got some leaves, both fresh leaves and some dried leaves that I've picked up on my walk this morning. I've got a little bit of scrap fabric. I've got some odds and ends of some coloured paper, contrasting colours, and I found this very, very interesting doily, which I've kept in my collage pack for quite a while, and I find it very inspiring with all the pictures of the birds, which is very interesting. So that might give you a little clue as to what we're going to do. So we're going to form a collage, make the background and nest with some piece of coloured paper. So I've got little bits of gold paper for some wrapping paper, and I've also got little bits of gold coloured tissue paper from I think that was from a shoebox. So as you can see, we're all set. I've got my trusty scissors, some glue, also, and a biro. Okay, so first of all, we're going to draw our bird shapes. Very, very simple, onto a piece of coloured paper. So they are two curved lines that form the body of the bird. So if you draw around your pattern, you can take a few times to have a go at making the pattern. You could use some card to make your pattern. And in true Blue Peter style, I've got two that I've cut out already. And they're just mirror images of each other. So I've got my two birds. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to use the top of my jar and I'm going to draw a circle. Use the top of any jar or a small saucer would do to draw a circle, or if you feel confident, draw a circle yourself. I'm going to take my glue and I'm going to glue all the way around the circle. And anybody who knows me, one of my mottos is never scrimp on the glue, because glue is vital to everything we're doing. Now I'm also going to I'm going to cut out a circle of my fabric, roughly the same size as the circle I've drawn. You can be a little bit more accurate, take your time. We're doing this in real time today, so working quite swiftly. So I'm placing down my fabric, and it's a nice textured fabric, so that will give a little bit of texture to our picture. It's nice if we use different types of materials that have varying colours but also varying textures. It gives more interest and a little bit more depth and 3 dimensions to your pictures. Okay, so I'm going to glue all the way around the edge, good gluing all the way around the edge, and stick down my fabric. Okay, and then I'm going to take my strips of tissue paper and strips of gold paper. I'm going to do quite a haphazard pattern all the way around, but looking and imitating twigs in a nest. And we're going to use various bits so they slightly build up. Don't know why this isn't sticking. So they will build up the shape of our nest. So we're going all the way around the circle with our different colour paper. Now of course you can use lots of different colour paper, totally up to you. Whatever you have to hand. It may be brown paper from a package, it could be cardboard from an Amazon box, it could be anything at all you've got, because it will resemble twigs and resemble the building of the bird's nest. So our piece of paper are to resemble the twigs and style of building of the bird's nest, so it's all interwoven and interlocked and crisscrossing. course, you can glue on top of a piece of plastic or something. I tend to be a little bit of a messy worker, so I tend to use my fingers a lot. So I'm just gluing it all the way around the edge to imitate the shape of quite a frantic bird's nest. Okay, and in every productive bird's nest we have a bird's egg, and I'm going to use the back of my piece of paper and I'm going to cut out 2 eggs shapes. And all I'm going to do is fold the paper in half and cut out my shape. So it's like cutting an oval, but slightly sharper at one side. So you get your egg shape. Again, practice. I've been doing paper cutting for many years, so I'm quite confident in cutting shapes. So now I've got my 2 egg shapes. Again, bit of glue to the back. Pop my eggs into the nest.